Hey everybody, welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian. Hey, listen, here's a good one for the business folks, right? If you're running a business, whether it's a brick and mortar business or whether it's a network marketing business, whether it's your own agency, no matter what you've got going on, if you are responsible for a sales organization or a business, even if you're a sales manager or a regional director for an organization, anything that's revolves around production or the increase in business, okay? Here's a question for you. When should you take a breath and take a rest? When you're in momentum or when you have no momentum? What do you think? Well, I think most people would say, well, when you're in momentum is when you can kind of stop and, and when you don't have any momentum is when you got to run. But here's what I'm going to let you know. It actually works the other way around. See, this is a mistake that catches people time and time again. So if you're right now working towards a financial goal, if you have a sales organization you're working with, if you've got your own business, if you've got your own brokerage, whatever the case might be, if you're in the network marketing business like I am, here's what you need to know. There's momentum you have and momentum you're about to lose, okay? Momentum doesn't always stick around forever. It comes in waves like this. Now, momentum is that place in your business where business is coming in, you're making sales, things are moving, things are clicking, you're setting records, everybody's excited, you know this feeling. You know momentum when you're in it, okay? And momentum, by its very definition, is motive in its flow. In other words, it's called momentum because it's motive. Something happens, it creates something else to happen, which creates something else to happen, and people get excited. They get excited, they work harder. Their harder work creates more success. That success creates more excitement. That more excitement, and you get this. You get this automatic sort of rolling motion or growing motion or forward movement in your business, and that's called momentum, okay? Now, momentum is a funny, fickle, nasty little thing. And here's what you got to know about momentum. The time to dig in and work harder is when you're in momentum. Because, again, there's momentum you have and there's momentum you're about to lose, okay? And if you don't dig in harder and work harder when your business is running, when your business is growing, if you don't kick it in and put in more time, more energy. See, here's what happens when you're in momentum and you give just that little bit more. You create exponentially greater results. You create better results in your health and in your wellness, your fitness, your finances, your business, and everything. Everything expands, everything grows. Because when you're in momentum, it just takes just a tiny little bit more energy to get things going even that much faster. And that's fantastic. But see, here's the mistake that so many people make, and you see it in fitness, you see it in finance, you see it in business, you see it in marriage and relationships. When things are going really, really well, and people are in momentum, they go, I've made it. I can take a rest. Yikes! Here's what happens when you do that. When you decide to take a rest while you're in momentum, all your momentum begins to slow. And then it goes back the other way. And business dropping causes people to wonder what's going on, and wondering what's going on makes them work less, and working less causes more business to drop. And so momentum shifts, right? The direction you don't want it to go. And then you got to work 10, 20, 30 times as hard as you would have ever had to work in momentum to keep it going. You're now going to have to work to get it back again. So it's not that you can never take a break. It's not that you can never take a rest. But contrary to what common sense might tell you, the best time to rest is if you've lost all momentum and your business is flat, take a break then. Or if you're in the kind of business where, people just don't participate in the Christmas months, well then take a rest then. Right? If you own a snow skiing agency, break in August. Does that make sense to everybody? The farmer harvests in the harvest season, and he rests after the planting. You must be the same way. When your business is booming, you're in the harvest season. That's when you're working 16 hours a day. That's when you're slaving away. That's when you're collecting the fruits of your labor. That's the harvest season. The time to rest, maybe, is when things are dry and things have stopped. You've harvested, the field is empty, You've now planted some more seeds, but it takes a while for those seeds to germinate. Maybe that's the time to take a week off, go on vacation, put your feet up, take a breather, congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back for a great harvest season. Momentum is going to go like this. It can't stay this way forever. So when the momentum dips, and it inevitably will, it's at the bottom of the curve that you can take a break and take a rest, catch your breath, regroup, figure out how you're going to get your momentum back, recharge, and then go back after it and work like you've never worked before. But I'm telling you, when you're in momentum, you've got to keep your foot on the gas. And even though that means you may have to go longer without a rest, without a vacation, without taking a break, you'll be so glad you did, because the results that you will get will be so exponential. They'll be so much greater, so much larger, that when you go to take that vacation, you won't be going just up to the mountains or across the street to the beach. You'll be going to the Tahiti or the Bahamas or skiing in Sweden, right? You'll be doing something big and magical with all the fruits of your labor. So guys, listen, momentum is a wonderful, incredible thing to have, but it's also a fickle beast. It's a finicky, fickle thing, and you got to treat it right. And so when you're in momentum, step on the gas, give it all you got. Make it a great week.